Hello, hi, how do you do? It's time for the old dick news. No, this is not dick news. This is JPNN, your daily dose of gaming news and wonderment. What's the wonderment? Stay tuned. Stay tuned, okay? All right. Thursday, we actually got some news. The latest and greatest news, of course, is the old PlayStation. The leaks were too much, chat. The leaks were too much, as they have now come out and confirmed the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Director's Cut. Let's watch the trailer. I don't know. Am I set up for the trailer? Hold on. Producer, are we good? Are we good to take the... Are we good? Can we take it? He's giving me the go ahead. Here we go. Oh my God, we took the scene. We took it. Here we go. Let's watch this video.
To master your blade, you must first control your emotions.
Uh-huh.
息子を守るため戦で死んだのだ。無念はない。それがモノノフ。
I still have never done that. Now this is exciting. This game got bested by Hades, right? That one got bested by Hades, I think, for Game of the Year. Man. I mean, Hades is a very good game, but whew. Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us 2 beat it? No, I just meant in general. I didn't mean for like the Game of the Year awards. I meant just like in general. Like Hades was beloved. And so was this game, but most people chose the old Ghost of Tsushima. So it's $20 to upgrade to the Director version for PS4, according to a chat member. And to upgrade from the Director PS4 to PS5 is $30. Okay. All right. It's kind of unfair to compare them. Well, yeah, but it's Game of the Year, so that's the comparison. Very good game. Very excited for more Ghost of Tsushima. The fact that I can jump in there and there's new content to play on the PS5, so it's running in 4K 60 dynamic. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Very much looking forward to that. We didn't get a release date there, right? At the end, they didn't say. August 20th. Okay, they did. They did. Very good. Very good. If you have not played Ghost of Tsushima and you have a PS5, you are fucking up. There's a standalone collector's edition. I don't think they have a statue, though. Do they? I don't think they have a statue. Or I saw your Slack message about that and looked. Interesting that this game's been getting content. It is a little weird. I mean, they gave it that multiplayer mode, and now it's getting a standalone additional island and a director's cut. I think a lot of that is Sony planning for the idea that it's going to be a while before we get new games, right? And so you're going to see a lot of like the games that came out towards the end of the PS4 life cycle get director's cuts, etc. I think we'll probably see one from Last of Us. Is most likely the case there, but it's all great. Give me another reason to play Ghost of Tsushima and I'm in. I'm absolutely in. We'll probably try to do the multiplayer as well, since more people will be playing it. Yeah, it wasn't a collector's store. It was just more stuff. That's awesome. It's also interesting to consider the idea now that... Dude, my nose is stopped up so much. I'm so sorry. I sound so congested. It's very interesting now that Sony just came out and released and showed this instead of holding it for a state of play that was rumored. Right? Because they would have saved this for a state of play if they had one. Maybe they have too many things, or maybe the leaks got to them. Could be none, could be all of them. Safe to say, we will never know. We will never know. We will never know. JP got backseating allowed and no spoilers. Come on, dude. Yeah? Do I need to explain to you what backseating allowed and no spoilers mean? Because you sound confused. But... yeah, sure, why not? Well, I'm not going to waste everyone's time because you're already wasting mine. But chat will let you know. Chat will let you know. Let's move on. In the world of PlayStation, they've acquired another group, another thing. This one a little bit lower in terms of publicity, I guess, around it. The Dutch studio Nixxes is how I'm going to pronounce that. Nixxes Software will be joining PlayStation Studios. For those that are unaware, like this guy, Nixxes is responsible for porting a ton of games to PC, which is very exciting. In the past, they handled Square Enix stuff like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex for Square Enix. And they have done all the PlayStation ports of Crystal Dynamic games since the mid 2000s. Very interesting. They are essentially a port house. So we got a lot of PC ports potentially. Potentially. That is big news for PC gamers. I would like Ghost of Tsushima, God of War. What else do we want, chat? Bloodborne. Ratchet and Clank, potentially Spider-Man. Spider-Man could be very cool. Oh my God. Give me a reason to replay Uncharted. Put all 4 Uncharteds on the PC. Give me one fucking reason. Sony. One goddamn reason to replay Uncharted. I just need one. I just need one. That's all I need. All 5? Yeah. Yeah, they're all worth it. They're all worth it. Uncharted is incredible. Uncharted 4 was rumored. That is correct. I think that there was a leak that discussed that. Hell of a game. Still one of the best looking games out there for my interest. So that is cool. Do they have like a blog post about it? Oh, here's how like they didn't even get, dude, if I was Nixxes software, I'd be tilted as fuck. They didn't even get a blog post. They didn't get a blog post. They got a tweet from Herman Holst. He didn't link the blog post. Did they get a blog post? He didn't link to it. Shame on you, Herman. What are you doing here? The head of PlayStation Studios is not synergizing with PlayStation Studios. Shame on you. Where is it? I don't see their blog post at all. I see the House Marquee blog post. Where is it? I think you guys are lying to me. Here's chat. That's not a blog post. That's a Sony Interactive Entertainment post. That's a corporate press release. All right, guys. Just like explaining what backseating and no spoilers means, we're going to go through this, guys. Okay? A blog post goes on a blog, like blog.playstation.com. A press release is what you send out as a company to PR folk like game journalists and emails. They got a press release, not a blog post. All right? All right? It's okay. We're going to educate everyone, and we'll move together as a group. As a group. If I'm Nixxes, though, I'd be pretty upset, you know? I'd want my day in the sun. I'd want my day in the sun. Wait, but Nixxes got the art? Hold on. This is bizarre. This is so bizarre. Just like that song. How bizarre. Look. They got the art. They got the welcome to the family art. But it's on their website. This is Nixxes.com. Weird. Weird. Oh well. It's not the biggest deal. It's really not the biggest deal. If you go to their website, let's see. There's Avengers, Deus Ex, and Tomb Raider. Their website is lagged to shit. I can't click about us or projects or anything. This is chat's fault. Well, fucky ducky. Can't do anything with it. Oh, wait, hold on. It loaded. It loaded. Oh, so these are the things. They've worked on a lot more than just these, but they've done a lot of stuff for Square and specifically Crystal Dynamics over the years. Those PC ports were all very good at the end of the day. So, very good, very exciting. Can't believe Herman Holst would tweet. You know, Phil Spencer would add a blog post there. I'm just saying, Herman. He'd also come on the show, probably twice, if we were to invite him. Phil can't spell? Wait, why can't Phil spell? What do you mean? What did Phil not spell? Breaking news, Phil can't spell? He typoed to Twitter, then reposted it? People always do that. I do that all the time. Or I just make fun of it. It happens. It happens. Insomniac, why does this what? Why did this get its own post here? Spider-Man Miles Morales update 1.10 improves performance mode ray tracing on PS5. Here is their update from 21 hours ago. Very important. Huge updates. Huge updates. Massive patch. Big stuff there. Now to counteract all the PlayStation goodness, Kotaku.com, under the new guidance of a brand new editor-in-chief, has an article out that says PlayStation is hard to work with, according to devs. What is the... After yesterday's industry-wide discussion of the cost of being visible on Sony's PlayStation Store, which was $25,000, by the way, was the cost of, was it discoverability? It says Sony is charging devs at least $25,000 for PlayStation Store visibility. PSN makes getting noticed far too expensive for indies. Yeah. Not to say that Xbox and Nintendo doesn't do the same. For whatever reason, Kotaku's just going after Sony. Who's to say? Who's to say why? Let me see if I can find out what devs. It goes on to say Kotaku has heard from multiple independent developers and publishers expressing similar frustrations and fury. The first was a number of people convinced that this was somehow part of an underground conspiracy to destroy Sony. The second was many independent game developers and publishers getting in touch to say, yes, wow, Sony are far harder to work with and sell games through than anywhere else. That was probably, dude, I am getting so stopped up. I can't breathe through my nose now. That was probably the Sony fanboys on Twitter. It's not possible to rationalize with the former group. We confirmed hard figures on Sony fees for getting any visibility on the PlayStation inbuilt store, so we reported them. The conspiracy disappointingly ends there. However, the information about just how worse it is for indies to work with Sony than Microsoft or Nintendo keeps piling in. Oh yeah, so there's Nintendo who supports you. One such response begins. Then Microsoft who supports you. And then there is Sony who supports its own AAA machine and gives a fuck about everyone else. Wow. Wow. Sony does not understand what indie means. An independent publisher tells me under the conditions of anonymity via Twitter DMs. Not at all. For them, indie is something in the lower millions budget. Jesus. No platform is great, but Sony is particularly terrible, says another publisher to me via Discord. They know it too. They've had a problem for a long time. They've been telling devs they have a problem for a long time. They've just never fixed anything, so the problem persists. Jeez. We get people, I'm just reading the quotes here. We get people every week saying, saw your game on the Xbox dashboard today, a publisher of a small indie title tells me. The Xbox UI feels like a mess, but in reality, it's actually kind of interesting that they just have so many different places and spaces to feature games. Meanwhile, on the Switch, we're told, quote, without paying for featuring, there are spots in the eShop you will appear without paying. New releases, great deals, all those kinds of lists. And they will put new releases and decent discounts into the Discover tab too. Another publisher who wished to remain anonymous told us the exact sales figures for one small indie they released but asked us to withhold. They named but asked us to withhold. The game sold around 20,000 copies on Xbox compared to just 7,000 on PlayStation. However, when it came to releasing DLC, the Microsoft console sold 2,000 units shipped, while, quote, on Sony, and this is not a fucking joke, until today, 7. Wow. Another quote. If your store doesn't have a place where players can find new/interesting games, an indie publisher vents to me, and you have to literally use the search functionality to find a game, then why the fuck is anyone giving them 30%? In a now deleted tweet, another independent developer wrote, yep, go try to find my game on PlayStation without typing it in. This is a common refrain for those responding to Garner's original thread, that the PlayStation just doesn't have a sensible way of letting newly released games prominently appear, while both Xbox and Switch have immediate, obvious sections devoted to them. Access to the sales was another large aspect of Garner's invective. This, too, has been confirmed by developers and publishers who reached out to Kotaku. Quote, it's the worst, one indie publisher told me. You can only get invited to promotions these days. You cannot set up custom discounts anymore. No publisher developer sales. And the invites are ... fucking insane. They propose usually something around 40 to 50% by default, and you have to make a counter proposal. You will always ask yourself, shit, I have to offer them 30% or they will exclude me maybe. But at the same time, on other platforms, you are trying to go for a stable price policy. God, it just ruins the strategy and it's frustrating. Jeez. When I ask any of these industry figures what it is that Microsoft and Nintendo do better, the answer is always the same: communication. It helps every part of the process. One indie publisher tells me of Microsoft's quick response. Eric Freeman, independent developer of Deja Vu, tells me over Twitter, besides their cut for sales, we've never been asked for money, and everyone on the ID at Xbox team have been incredibly nice and responsive. He went on to detail how Microsoft have repeatedly invited them to be in sales, making the process simple. Heck, they even invite you to shows, another publisher told me. They not only invite you if you're already popular, they try to invite quality games no matter if you know them already. And Game Pass. Game Pass is a thing, and it offers good value. True. Meanwhile, communication with Sony is reportedly extraordinarily difficult. Ragnar Thornquist of indie developer Red Thread Games tweeted his frustrations. Quote, we're a pretty established developer with a proven track record, but I honestly have no idea who to even contact to make console sales happen. It's like trying to be heard in a vacuum of space. If I literally can't speak to someone at a platform about an issue, agrees another publisher over Discord, and the issue goes on for weeks, it just creates problems. Wow, these are some like pretty crazy things to read. Another quote, crazily enough, Nintendo finally listened after many years and now provides some of the best tools for devs to actually control their game, a respected indie publisher told me. So we can drop a discount on Switch for our games whenever we want, at any discount level we want. It's completely in our control. Steam is the only other platform that allows that. He points out that on Switch, there are many ways to be featured without paying. new releases, great deals, all those kinds of lists. And they will put new releases and decent discounts into the Discover tab too. I'm not saying it's amazing, but at least it's discovery methods, and we end up selling decent numbers on Switch because people can find our games. Then he paused and added, now try going on the PlayStation Store and finding a specific game. That's how the article ended. Man. That's spicy. That's spicy. Yeah, I also did not expect Nintendo to be like, to give that much control. Can I link the article? I will link it in chat. It's on Kotaku.com is who was reporting that. The funny part, well, the sad part, sad but funny. Funny but sad, depending on how you look at it. And if you work for Kotaku, is I guarantee you Sony will never send them games again at that point. They will not get any games for reviews after that article, I would wager. Chat, we're going to let this this anchor here blow his nose. All right. I'm going to blow my nose. Hold on. Found the trash. All right. What else do we have? We got another trailer to watch here. The Silence and the Furry announced trailer for Total Warhammer 2. Let's go into it. Turn up. Haven't we already seen this? I feel like we watched something. Oh, this is the full trailer. Okay, so we have something similar. Ew! Are those Chaos Torrent? Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Is that free? Or is that a paid DLC? It's paid? Oh, it's $10. Okay. All right. $10, not too bad. Planetside 2 is a game that's getting an update soon. That's not something I ever thought I would say again. What is this? I guess the servers are already down. Or maybe they're back up. It says they went down at 6 a.m. Pacific, which is 9 a.m. my time. It's noon. They're down for... it looks like they're probably still down. It's called Planetside 2 _integration. The robotic fourth faction reemerges. They're adding a new faction? What? What the hell? How did they get the money for that? The robotic fourth faction reemerges with advanced technology, new equipment, and shifting allegiances. In the integration update, we released 2 new vehicles, 16 new vehicle weapons, 35 new infantry weapons, and 11 new directive trees for NSO players to pursue. On top of that, the NSO faction has become free to all players. Wow. Yeah, they're just straight up robots. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. What the hell? Look at all these guns. Holy shit. This is probably the largest update in the game's history or a strong rival to it. Huh. How many people still play Planetside 2? Is it like super active and it's one of those communities that I just have no idea? It's still pretty popular. Is it free to play? I guess if it's free to play, there's a lot of people playing it. That's wild. There are dozens of us. We spent a lot. We actually have played a decent chunk of Planetside on the channel back in the day. I just never thought in the year 2021 would do it like it would be playable. You can check the population here. I think I just got keylogged. Yeah, so it says the average player is 1,800 average players with a peak of 3,600. In March of 2020, which was their biggest year, they had an average of 4,900 and 10,000 as their peak players. There must be some whales or something in there. Like, how does that game still make, like, what? How is that the case? How do you make money with so little players? Huh. I don't know. Maybe there's some whales. Weird. Strange. There's a monthly sub for it? Yeah, but I mean, that dev team has to be pretty big to be able to support a game like that. Doesn't Sony own them? Did Sony buy Daybreak? No. I think they got rid of them. An investment firm owns them. Well, there you go. There you go. All right, what else do we got? Do we want to watch an announcement trailer? Yeah, you guys are going to be into this. I already know. I already know, Chet. You don't have to tell me. I'm just going to hit play.
wish I had some omelet rice.
It is all.
That was omelet rice. Hold on now. Omelet rice. Is it just an omelet? Is it just rice wrapped in omelet? Omurice is a popular contemporary Japanese fusion blending. No, I don't want to fucking get your cookbook. Creation blending Western omelet and Japanese fried rice. That actually looks pretty good. I would like some as well. Random anime character.
Almost time. Take this mission more seriously. You're not like that perverted buffoon.
Yeah.
The hell?
I hear ya. Partner.
Chad, am I supposed to... Okay. Does this mean something to Somnium File fans, all three of you?
Well, we can solve any case as long as you have me.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
All right. Okie dokie. Alrighty. That's weird. Star Wars: The Old Republic will be hosting a live stream on July 1st to talk about what to expect for the 10th anniversary and beyond. What? That game is 10 years old? I need like 3 minutes to sit here and think about how old I am. Luckily, we've got 3 minutes of ads that are about to play. If you don't want to see those ads, chat, you don't gotta. You can drop a Prime Gaming sub, a $5 sub, maybe some gifted subs will roll in. Probably not, though, because we're not playing Final Fantasy, and I would say save it. But thank you to those that do sit there and watch the old ads. Fucking 10 years for Star Wars: The Old Republic? Are you kidding me? What in tarnation? Same age as Final Fantasy 14? I don't think so. I remember when The Old Republic came out. It was around Christmas, and I had stopped playing WoW for whatever reason. I remember buying the very expensive version of it, and I didn't have anyone to play with. So my friend at the time invited me to play with him and his girlfriend. And I hit level 40 over Christmas break, I believe, on a tank. I was like a dual wielder tank. Uses like a light-sided thing. I didn't hit max. I hit 40, I want to say. And then I think Hutball came out, and I was like, yeah, I was a juggernaut. Nope, I was a juggernaut. That's what I was. Yep, I was the old juggernaut. That's wild. I'll say this about the Old Republic. maybe the best cutscenes in MMO history. At least the cinematic cutscenes. Like that, or trailer is maybe what I'm trying to say. They're very good. They're also like 24 minutes long. They're very, very long. Better than WoW's? Yeah. I mean, let's take a look. Here they are right here.
Birthplace of the Sith. We believed ruins were all that remained.
They're pretty
of their
good.
evil empire.
I swear, I had no idea what was in those crates. I'm innocent.
You were smuggling Sith artifacts, Captain.
Fine, keep the artifacts. Just give me back my ship.
Eyes front.
Just inspecting the troops, Corporal.
Satele, what's wrong?
I sense a great darkness.
Uh-oh.
Sith Empire has returned. We must warn the Republic.
Our shuttles can't outrun those fighters.
Well, guess who's got the fastest ship in the sector?
Station defenses breach. All hands evacuate.
Look at these trailers. So good.
Look out!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who did the spin? Is a former droid Deca. There's no way they would die that fast. Okay, they would put up their shields in front and they would not die that fast. They would probably like spin around and rush them or something. Okay, this is a little... They definitely took some creative freedoms here. Okay.
My ship!
Will she fly?
She's not pretty, but she's tough.
Oh, are we about to get DMCA'd?
This is our fight.
Oh, we're getting DMCA'd. Well, rip this VODs. I'm not kidding. This is actually good DMCA's. Wow, 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 whoosh. That's how it goes, chat. That's how it goes. Those are the actual sound effects. Those are the actual sound effects. We're not going to watch all these. Okay? We're not going to watch all these. I've already gotten DMCA'd for watching them. I'll link them in the chat, though. Very good cutscenes. Very good cutscenes. Yeah, by the way, that was me muted and not... In case anyone was confused, those weren't the sounds of the trailer. That was my voice. Okay. That was my voice. I don't want anyone to be confused. Very true. What? Now here's a video title that I never would have expected. The title is Microsoft Flight Sim. Sorry. Microsoft Flight Simulator Sim Update 5. Oh, versus Sim Update 4. Massive performance improvement. It's 5 minutes long. I'll check a look. I'll check a look here.
Simulation engine. So this is a video. So can you just quickly pause right now so that I can introduce this before it goes further?
No problem.
So basically, we have rewritten a lot of the parts of the engine of the architecture, or improved, in order to get the maximum performance out of the sim, and minimum, I would say, resource or memory or bandwidth footprint. So we haven't finished doing all the tests. So I mean, in PC, it's a very complex world, so I can't say everybody's gonna get this much frame rate or whatever.
That's very exciting.
So today, in order to give an example of how much improvements you can expect, the video just simply shows my dev computer, right? It's my machine. You have the specs on screen, exactly what I'm running. So it's ultra detail. It's upraised in 4K because my graphic board isn't capable of going full 4K at high frame rates. And I'm doing about the same flight. It's real flying just conditions. And you will see the difference in frame rate between the first and the second flight, which is really approximately the same pace. So
okay.
Voila, it's Manhattan. And you can see it's around 35, 40 frames. It goes down a little bit later because we're coming closer to a heavily loaded area. It goes down to 35 and 32 even. And let's also stop on the system data, which I'm putting up. It's is it a little bit later? 5 seconds delay. Just yeah, when it's very important system information.
Jorg looks like he just smoked a fat blunt. He's trying not to laugh up there.
There we go.
Voilà. So as you can see, sorry, it's in French, but you can see that the processor is 100% occupied in Sim Update 4.
Oh, he thought that was very funny. He heard my joke.
Working. Sometimes it's even only 50%, 75%. So we did two forms of improvements. A lot of CPU optimization and re-architecturing and moving around things.
Wait, are they going to show Sim Update 5?
Right? So you will see on the next video the impact of this, but here clearly, and
okay,
also
he's going to show
memory, it was using 27 gigs on my computer. So 27 gigs for Ultra in Manhattan, 100% CPU occupation, and 75 GPU. And so let's.
Maybe you can talk a bit about also the stuttering that can be seen on the.
Yeah, and you can see on the frame rate, it's there's a lot of red, right? So there's a lot of stutters. Yeah. And so this is Sim Update 5. So exactly same computer, same day, same.
Wait, then Martial wanted to talk about that? He just stopped talking. Holy shit, that actually is a pretty big update.
Is, at the beginning, it's a solid 60. It goes down to where it slowed down on the other version to 35, so it's down to 50-ish, something 59, 50, 58. Stutter is almost gone. You will see also, so you can already see.
We might have to, when I get my new PC tomorrow.
The simulation only uses 4.7 gigs, so you will see it on the
might have to go check a look at Microsoft's Flight Sim.
I actually have the compiler open, so it's a lot more in the system. So let's pause on the system very quickly. So here you can see the GPU is 100%, and the CPU is 75% only. So it totally moved over the work, and now the CPU is free, so you can even run other stuff in the background.
Are you building it on stream again? No, it's already built.
Make your sim stutter anymore.
I just got to put this
the memory of the system is down to 14 gigs.
Graphics card in it.
The sim is down from 16 gigs something to 4.7. And frame rate, yeah, is 54 here in this case. Where it's really
Thanks for asking about it. I love showing it off.
You can see that it's so I balanced it between GPU and CPU.
Very exciting.
It's really the GPU which is more loaded because of the buildings in the background, but completely stutter free. On my computer, it's up by 20 20 frames, I would say, per second, 20 to 30 frames per second, and yeah, 25% CPU free.
Yeah, I know it's got VR support. I wouldn't mind checking that out.
That's awesome. It's really cool to see a side-by-side comparison like this. Do you have anything that you could say about
Gotcha, Nor. We'll cover that at the end. Oh, that's it. Well, hey, that's awesome. That means that they probably what they did that for, I would expect, would be for the Series X. Most likely. That's probably for the Xbox. That's why they went back and did a lot of that stuff. Well, there's a bunch of videos here. Twin Infinite is who was covering this.
Of the engine updates for the Xbox. So here you can see SMTV 4. And actually it was linked to latitude. We found out that there was a heavy link between latitude and the tree problem. And basically going northern Norway, like here.
So they fixed the draw distance or changed the draw distance.
Very obvious, right? You can see the tree line stopping short and clipping even. And so this was SMTV 4. And so once we found exactly the issue was and why it was caused by latitude, it was a rather quick fix. And it has no, I mean, the issue and the impact and the fix has really no impact on memory. It was just something that was broken with the latitude calculation and the way the system was handling trees. And so after the update, you can see the issue completely gone. So it's gonna be
York, past that.
Or sim update 5, so you should already be seeing it. So as it should be, the distance is what we always plan for, between 14 and 15 kilometers, and it's now working at all latitudes. And so there's no popping, clipping, and you don't see the tree line really.
Well, yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
So
I was trying to get
really
York to hand me his blunt.
Memory, it was just.
So wait, what's the difference here?
I think what it was, because there's also after the update that the tree. So it's gonna be, which is because there's also.
Oh, is that it's loading trees right here?
The tree distance is now really what it was supposed to be, and fixed at all latitudes. With the sim update 5 and the Xbox update.
Okay. All right.
So thank you, the community, because it was because of one of the feedback we've collected in the forums that
I want to hear Jorg talk.
and-
What does Jorg do there? He's just chilling like a villain. That's awesome. Those are very, very good updates. Might be time to jump back in. Will it be cross-platform, chat? In the sense of, like, will PC users be able to fly with Xbox users? Or are they going to be two different servers? I mean, I don't think there's any reason to keep the two ecosystems different. York has no clue how he got in this call. I expect so, since it's all Xbox gamer tags. That's true. It already does use the Xbox. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see when it comes out. They haven't really talked about it, so maybe they just assume that everyone, believes what should make the most sense, which is it all does coexist. Dead by Daylight hit 100,000 players concurrently on Steam for the first time in the game's history, nearly 5 years after the game's release. That is quite crazy. I have never played Dead by Daylight, but anytime I tune into Dead by Daylight, it's always the same exact game. It's just people running around in some hellish landscape. There might be like some weird RP, although most of the time there's VTubers, and they're talking about, I don't know, VTuber things. Never played that game before. It's addictive, is it? One of the commenters said it's because they gave away 500,000 blood points just for logging in. What the fuck does that mean? The fuck, Daryl's? Oh, those are level up points. I see. What this game needs is a real competitor, says one commenter. The devs are just sleeping on their game, and unfortunately it's been like this for years, and the future looks exactly the same. This is a huge market. Think MOBAs early on, but so far no big competitors to break into it. What even is the gameplay loop? Isn't it just hide and go seek? Dead by Daylight? Yeah, it's just hide and seek. Yeah. Oh, okay. Whatevers. Did JP just admit he watches VTubers play Dead by Daylight? No. I just said whenever I do see people playing it, it's usually VTubers, and I don't watch, but I know it exists. Okay. Do we want to watch this? I have to make sure. I think it's good. They really do a good bad job. A bad good job of talking about what this game is not. So I guess let's watch it. I mean, they don't show anything. They don't show anything at all. It's a horror game? Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware of what that game is. That's why I will never play that game, because I'm aware of it. Okay? I am indeed aware of that thing. What is this, Nor? I think this might be one of the last things that we show here. So EA has announced multiple panels. Well, hold on. Before we actually talk about this, this was a key chat alert. I said this was a key chat alert. What the fuck? Oh, that's out. That's the stream deck. What the hell? All right, we got to get our graphics looked at. That might be a Well, I would usually blame Elgato. That might also be a file size thing, because that graphic might be 2 gigs. Could be both Stream Deck and the graphics. This comes from Midnight Tank for this key chat alert. EA has announced multiple panels before the EA Play later this month. There is, this is not happening like, okay, so these are different dates. There is 3 panels. The first one is July 8th. It's called The Future of First-Person Shooters. There is July 13th, which is called The EA is Less Than 3 Independent Studios on July 13th. And then on July 19th, everyone's favorite, Madden NFL 22. All Access Scouting. How the community is shaping Madden NFL 22. That's the big one right there. That's the big one. What the hell do you think is going to be at the future of first-person shooters? I guess that's got to be something Battlefield. There's 4 shows, actually. Oh, did Nibelian miss this? What's the 4th one? Oh, there's also one on July 20th called More EA Sports. We're not allowed to tell you much about this one yet, sorry, but we can say that Spotlight will be a highlight on an extremely cool new addition to an extremely popular and long-running EA Sports franchise. I'm trying to think what that could be. I guess they're talking about this, right? So that Future of First-Person Shooters panel, it says, the series kicks off with an extensive discussion of 2 of our most exciting shooters, Apex Legends and the just revealed Battlefield 2042. For the Spotlight, DICE General Manager Oscar Gabrielson and DICE LA's General Manager Christian Grass and Respawn's founder and Group GM Vince Zampella and Chad Grenier. Apex Game Director, that's Chad is the Apex Game Director. He's also a Chad. They will join Stella Chung of IGN. Wait a minute. Don't I know? Hold on. I think I know that person. Isn't that Parastella? Hold on. What's her name? Parallax Stella? What is it? Like Stella something. I think I know that person. Yeah, Parallax Stella. Yeah. Cool. Good for her. That's awesome. They will show what to expect and see from both games on July 22nd, as well as the future of FPS games as a whole. That's kind of weird. Also, I saw someone saying in chat that Chad is a sports guy. Chad is the Apex game director. So like Apex Legends. Who will be there for the independent studio stuff? Todd Martins of the LA Times will host a panel featuring Joseph Fares, It Takes Two, Olav Redmalm of Zoink, Lost in Random, Mel Phillips and Abarkar Salim of newcomer Silver Rain, and Guha Bala of Valan, Knockout City. Is guaranteed to be a spirited and wide-ranging discussion. Okay. That's on the 13th. 10 a.m. Pacific. So that'll be right when streams usually start on the 8th, which is next Thursday. We'll probably check that out. Uh-oh. We've got, hold on, let me check out. Hold on. I'm getting something in my ear here. Chat. We've got some breaking news. Over at the Grubhub or Grub Snacks, which I think is Jeff Grubb's new show that just debuted on the old giantbomb.com. Microsoft and Hideo Kojima have signed a letter of intent. Both sides are interested to work together if the criteria is met. There is no indication whether Microsoft will invest in Kojima Productions. The project is cloud-based, and the deal is unlikely to fall apart. VentureBeat.com has an article. Let's see here. Hideo Kojima and Microsoft have signed a letter of intent that states the two parties intend to work out the details on a publishing agreement for a new Xbox game, according to sources familiar with the matter. This is a key step in the negotiations between the Metal Gear Solid creator and the Xbox company. This signifies that both parties have agreed to a generalized deal while lawyers continue hashing out the finer points. You know, I never expected Kojima to be in the war between Microsoft and Sony for who's going to try to get him to buy him. But good for him, I guess. Microsoft and Kojima's teams have spent months discussing a possible partnership, and now it is more likely than ever that the conversations will bear fruit. The deal is so close that Microsoft has begun preparing for what Kojima will need to make his new game. Last week, Microsoft announced that it had hired Portal and Left 4 Dead developer Kim Swift to oversee partnerships for cloud-based games. Swift most recently worked at Google's cloud gaming service Stadia. Microsoft hired her with the purpose of assisting in making Kojima's cloud game a reality. As for what Kojima's game actually is, few people know. The point of the partnership is to unlock the creativity of Kojima Productions using Microsoft technology as opposed to greenlighting a specific pitch. But then what about other publishers like Sony? Well, it is very unlikely that Microsoft's deal would prohibit Kojima from working with other companies. For now, Kojima Productions continues to work with Sony on Death Stranding Director's Cut for PlayStation 5. Okay. All right. That's a little weird. It's a little strange. It's a little crazy in a lot of ways. A little crazy. Yeah, he's getting that secret tech. He's getting that old secret tech. All right, well, that's cool. What is that? A Broken Sword remaster? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. This thing's 4 minutes and 14 seconds. All right. I'll bite.
Hello, viewer. I'm Harold.
Hey,
yes,
Harold.
I'm a llama. And no,
He's a llama.
I don't have an explanation for why you can hear the voice in my head. Instead, let's focus on the point of this video, which
Okay.
I'm telling you now. Over the next 180,000 milliseconds, or 3 mins, I'm going to show you how to get your cottage living lifestyle tight.
Great.
So let's eliminate the excessive exposition of content we're going to get into and begin. Welcome to Henford-on-Bagley, the Hob. It boasts the rustic appeal of living in a cottage in the woods with the nearby convenience of a modern-day village. Cozy shops, delightful villages, and a tolerable level of activity make for an inviting place to live out your wildest fantasy. Of course, I'm referring to canning. If I had thumbs or any number of fingers, it's all I'd ever do. 16 varietals of jam, custards, and veg, all jammed in a jar that can be kept for cooking later. Some, like the mouth-watering lettuce conserve, will entice you to eat it on the spot. If you can contain your craving, gather your cans or any of your favorite consumables for consumption into an easily placeable picnic that makes anywhere your dining den of decadence. Not cottagey enough? Fine, I'll give you the wool off my back to cross-stitch with. If you're not feeling confident enough to stitch from reference, there's over 34 designs to prick your pokers on. But let's move on to the real reason you're here, the hot, hot world of Garden to Tabes. One of the benefits of living in the countryside in a seductively charming cottage such as this is the equally alluring ability to grow your own food. And not the pre-packaged porcinis you buy at the store. These oversized crops will make even the most profesh gardener blush. In a natural transition that I'm currently accomplishing, let's discuss an activity everyone wants their hands dirty while doing. Cooking! The simple living lot challenge will make that magical fridge that's always full obsolete. Now, you'll have to face the facts of foraging for your ingredients yourself. When Gran comes over for your mildly famous Yorkshire pudding, simply grab some eggs, borrow some milk from your cow named Tater, and mix together with flour from the local grocer. There were many other options that took too long to show being made, so please take a look at them now. Moving on to something I resemble. Animals. The animal shed. What it lacks in interesting naming, it more than makes up for in its ability to confine animals to a
What a miss!
Place it anywhere on your land and choose a cow, or the better option, llama, to inhabit it.
What?
We eat here, sleep here, and yes, die.
Is this a furry game?
It's the perfect place for a romantic gesture. Let's assume you made the horrible mistake of choosing cow.
Wait. Did he? Oh, that was a person. I thought the llama pulled him into the llama thing. I was very confused right there.
And did not immediately
I thought
trade
that
it for
was
animal
some
treats.
straight up
Now that you're waist deep
bestiality
in the
happening.
proverbial cow shiz, you'll have to navigate the oddly satisfying waters of befriending this bovine buddy of yours. Keep their mood level up if you want to have the tastiest milk game in the hob. Try different animal treats to create flavors that are so delish you'll be tipping for joy.
I don't know if I
Don't
want
fire
like
the coop just yet. This cock and bull story continues, y'all. The chicken
What?
coop offers the ability to domesticate up to 8
Why is this so,
foul-feathered
like-
friends per coop. An apex animal, the chicken has no known predators, except most other animals, including foxes. The coop can be equipped
Why does the
with
fox have a
Fox
sweater?
Gun, a clever upgrade that triggers an alarm whenever those handsy little thieves try to nick your eggs. One way to truly embrace the cottage living lifestyle is in one obviously direct way. Compete in the Finchwick Fair. Whether you have chicken or egg, cow or milk, crop or pie, there is a competition for you. But it's hard to call it fair when you're the flyest llama in town.
Oh God.
So, is cottage living the lifestyle for you? As a llama who knows little else about the world, I'd say probably.
Weird. That's not really weird. That'll make a lot of money for people like my wife who are interested in playing it. I'm sure. Chat, it's time. It's time, chat. You know it. I know it. I'm sitting up for this one, chat. Ahem. 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 Japanese. Let me go and find the auto translate into English. Here we go. It's time. Brace yourself, chat. Brace yourself. I'm getting my mic adjusted. All right. The mic is adjusted. Number 15.
Shin Megami
Tensei, Fight a Turning Devil, etc. I will deliver the mountain today. Reeling Nun. Seducing a sleeping man in the shape of a Jewish folklore woman. A woman who seduced Adam in anticipation of a newborn baby. It's spicy, but it's like sucking men's spirit like a mother. I gotta take a break. That one straight up broke me. This is the best one yet. This is the best one yet. Okay. And scene. Music, applause.
次回は
Stay tuned for the
分身を
next
紹介
introduction to the
お楽
war
しみに。
gods. All right, okay. All right. Who's this? This guy looks really cool right here. This guy looks really cool. These two are probably very cool people. That was a spicy one, chat. That one was spicy. A lot of whew. Whew. Spicy like a mother. Spicy like a mother, chat. That's going to do it for the old JPNN here. We're going to call it a news show. We'll cover some more stuff tomorrow because it's Friday and there's news on Friday. There's news on Saturdays. No news on Sundays, though. No news on Sundays whatsoever. Thank you guys for joining us here on this Thursday edition. If you are watching on Twitch, please feel free to go subscribe over at youtube.com/itmeJP. If you do miss any JPNN episodes, we make sure to get them up as fast as possible right after the broadcast here. If you're watching on YouTube, also feel free to subscribe and like the video and comment for the algorithm gods and all that fun stuff. For now, though, I'm going to get out of here and go into the world of Tarkov and most likely get very upset. Great. We'll see you then. JPNN signing off.